India and your organization have a different type of offices, warehouses and so on, then there is a common benefit of the business known as the ISD or Input Service Distributor. But do you know what is ISD, and if not, then watch this video till the end. Hello everyone, I am Parminder Kaur from Webtel. In this video, we are going to discuss Input Service Distributor or ISD. A supplier of the good or services may have various offices such as head office, registered office, regional office, marketing office, branch, godown, sales, depot and many other offices, which avail various input services such as security services, communication charges, courier expenses, housekeeping expenses, to name a few, and pay service tax. Such unit and premises may obtain registration as an input service distributor for availing of the credit on such input services and distribution of the credit to other unit to resolve the challenges of efficient utilization of accumulated credit. So stay tuned. Before starting this video, I request you to subscribe our YouTube channel Webtel Electrosoft to get regular compliance update. Now let's understand Input Service Distributor. What is the meaning of Input Service Distributor under the GST law? As per the section 261 of the CGST Act 2017, Input Service Distributor means it is the office of the supplier of goods or the services. The said office receive tax invoices toward receipt of input services. The said office distribute credit of CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST to suppliers of the goods and servicing having same PAN. The said office issues tax invoices or both prescribed document for distribution of the credit. Now we will understand the registration process of the Input Service Distributor. Yes, it is mandatory to take a separate registration in the case of the Input Service Distributor. If you are eligible for Input Service Distributor, the separate registration is the mandatory part. There is no threshold limit for the registration in Input Service Distributor. But if any business person who is already registered under the IASD, under the existing tax regime, then he can even require the new ISD registration also, but he cannot migrate in it, into the GST regime if his existing ISD registration has been done of it. Now the return name of Input Service Distributor is GST 6. Under the head of the GST 6, every businessman who has taken the registration of the ISD has to file GST 6 of every 13th of month. Now, what is the manner of the distribution of Input Service Distributor that the credit can be distributed is, the credit is to be distributed through the document prescribed. Total credit distribution shall not exceed credit available. Credit attributable to a recipient shall be distributed only to that recipient. Credit attributable to more than one recipient shall be distributed among such recipient on pro rata basis of turnover in a state during relevant period. Credit attributable to all recipients shall be distributed among such recipient on pro rata basis of turnover in a state during relevant period. Yes, for eligible and ineligible ITC separately this distribution has to be shown. Then ITC of CGST, SGST, UTGST and IGST should be distributed separately. Now ISD is not applicable for the input and the capital good. For instance, if we purchase the raw material or machinery is purchased, in that case the ITC is paid, but he is not will be applicable for Input Service Distributor, and it is also not cannot be distributed under outsourced manufacturing is done or service providing is done, outsourcing is done. Then in that also case ISD is not applicable. So what happens if wrongly distribution is done? It is possibility that a wrongly distribution can be done by mistake. He has excess credit has been distributed or less credit, inappropriate ratio was allocated. The ratio that has been allocated to each and every branch is not appropriate. In that case, then the supplier is entitled to shall or recover such a recipient along with the interest, and the provision of demand and recovery shall apply for effecting such recovery. So now moving on to the software part. Moving on to the software part, let's take an example of Rajiv Associates who have a branch in the Bihar which have a separate GST number as a regular dealer, then in Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. Now, in the case of Input Service Distributor, Mr. Rajiv Associate has taken a separate GST number. So, we will double click on it and we will move on to the prepare the return for the Input Service Distributor of Rajiv Associate through Web GST software. So, there are the option of the GST 6 that from here we can in a bulk importing can be done of the GST 6, that is through the Excel sheet, and even manual entry is also possible. Let's try with the manual entry of the invoices. So right now I'm mentioning the invoice number and select the date, mention the HSN or SSC. So right now I'm mentioning SNS service, item value, taxable value, not applicable, and IGST as a 9%, and I will add it and save the invoice. Now data has been saved successfully. Now moving on to the next part is that the purchase register manual entry can also be done, and even amendment of the purchase register, debit credit note and debit credit note amendment can be also done. Now the time is for the ITC distribution. I will click on it. All the 3 branches are available over here. Now I have to set the percentage or the ratio in which I have to distribute that Input Service Distributor. For example, 100 is there. So right now I will enter 25, 75 automatically pick up. It is up to the user that how he want to distribute this distribution has to be done, whether in the 2 branches or whether he want in a single branches, or whether in the 3 of the branches, in the what ratio he can adjust can also be done. He need to mention this name of this distribution is also mandatory. So right now I am mentioning as in the January 23 and save. Every month this ratio can be fluctuate according to the requirement of the user. So once distribution has been done, so now he can separately do the distribution of the eligible ITC of the invoices and debit credit, and separate distribution of the invoices of ineligible ITC. Then is the adjustment of the ITC distribution can be done over here with the help of the eligible and separate distribution of ineligible ITC. Even the report can also get it over here. So right now I will show you how the distribution ITC of the invoices part you can see. The simply over here is there. Double click on both the distribution and manual. If adjustment is required, you can manually adjust it, or distribution summary if you want to check. So distribution summary will also be open, which will show you how the distribution has been done of each and individual branches has been done. Even the export to the Excel sheet is also possible. Now I will close this part and even close this window also. Now if the manual adjustment is required, so you already have a first delete the auto manual message has appeared. So first of all I have to untick all this manual adjustment first, and then I can do it manually. So whatever automatically adjustment has been taken place, for manual adjustment I need to undo this all process. Now from here, consolidated ITC report can also be viewed of the eligible and ineligible. If I want to see the consolidated report, so report is also available, and I can see this report and also import the data to the Excel sheet. Once this all adjustment has been done, various other report like 6A summary is there, inward summary, debit credit note, bill wise, item wise, all type of reports are available. Then in the report section, the user can prepare GST annual reconciliation is available over here, so that it becomes easier for him to identify which of the purchase invoices return has been filed or not. Then even the return file status is also available. Moving on to the computation part, you can see all the details are available over here. Accordingly, all the adjustments and tax rate is also available. This return can also be generated in the printed format, and even from here directly 6A reconciliation can also be prepared. Moving on to this tab, that is Input Service Distributor, you can see there is all again the same detail is available. Check all, select all, manual adjustment or distribution summary you want to see, you can see it. From here, the GST6 return is ready to file. So if JSON is required to prepare, simply click on this tab, that is a save return, so JSON file will be created, or you can simply directly upload through the software. The return can be submitted to the government. So all the details are available here, and now it is time for submit the return or enable the API service so that return can be filed very easily through the software. So this is the process of our GST6 return filing through WebGST software. I hope by now you must be able to understand the Input Service Distributor, and the ISD registration is for one office of the taxpayer, which will be different from the nominal registration. If you found this video helpful, visit the link in the description below and let us know in the comment section. For any doubt or query, drop a comment down below and we will get back to you. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next Tuesday we will come up with another interesting video to improve compliance for you. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for better compliance journey.